What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. It is Tuesday, it is item find day, and the iconic guild hall is very full. very full. Anyway, we are going to start off with some world boss, and we're going to do a iconic world boss run on hard. Zach and Eagle is back, and Zach and Eagle can do heroic, whereas William and I, we cannot. So let us go with inviting, let's go with, what am I doing? Eagle and Zachy and William, wherever he is. There he is. And we'll wait for these guys to come in, and we'll do some world boss on hard. Once that's done, we will go through and do Gauntlet, and then we'll do Raid and see how we go. Now, if we have a quick look at my character, I'm not sure if this was last time or not that I upgraded Melvin Cloak, but I have now upgraded Melvin Cloak to 3 out of 4, and we can now use it. Also, nice. I also opened my 5k accessory box, and I got an epic. So that sucks. I got these wings, which is good for oh, I can't do it in here. Which is good for aesthetics, for cosmetics. Like, it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't get it legendary. It's 25k gems down the drain on accessories, and 25k gems down the drain on pets. At least I got Tobit, that's really good, but 50k on these two, and only have one legendary. It's a bit of a kick in the gooch. We will hopefully get a legendary at some point, but I think I'm gonna give up on saving for 5k boxes, just because it just hurts. As free to play, it's incredibly hard to save that much. Where is William? Is he coming? It's incredibly hard to save that much, and it's kind of just hurts your feelings when you finally save that much and then you don't get it. It's a real ball bag. Let's just find out. William, did you get the invite? How good? Oh. How good is Steam chat? It's so laggy. What the hell? Let's find out if he's coming. He said he was coming. I think it just must be he's either not getting not getting the invite, or he's changing servers, or whatever it be. But it's alright, we can have a chat while that's happening. So yeah, didn't get a legendary, which really sucks. I have 929 gems, because I did some off-the-wall stuff. So next time the offensive accessory box things come out and there's like the 800 one on sale, then I will buy one of them instead. Here he comes. And hopefully I can get a legendary that way, because saving up 4k is just harsh. 5k, sorry. It's just I don't know. I've done it, what's that, 10 times now for pets and accessories, and still haven't got it. So yeah, I don't like it, and I basically give up. As free to play, I've give up. So we'll see if we can get a legendary opening those boxes. Even if we don't, I mean, we will eventually, right? I don't have any plans on quitting this game anytime soon, so eventually we'll get it. Even though it's a 3.4% chance, like war of attrition, we will eventually get a legendary. But if we don't, and all the other like rares and commons and all that stuff that we get, we can break them down into like the accessory material stuff, so that when we do get a legendary, we can just pump it up and you know, max it out quickly, or not max it out, but like level it up very quickly. And see how we go with that. William is not on auto. Maybe he is now. No, let's find out. William, are you on auto? It could just be his internet connection that's lagging out, which kind of sucks. We did one of these iconic world bosses with Spook, I think it was, at some point, and his internet connection was really bad, and it took forever for him to have his go. Seems William's the same, which is kind of crappy because it takes so long, but I don't mind, because you know, it's helping the guild out and all the rest of it. So and I'd prefer to run with friends than randoms. So we'll stick with it, and you know, we may as well do hard than normal. I always say that if you can do, there's no point in doing hard, because the extra 25%, I don't find, isn't really that big of a deal, right? But if you can do, like, so you just do normal, knock them out real quick, and the 25% item fight, But if you've got a group of friends and stuff that you can do it with reliably, and that you guys will always join back up and regroup and stuff, then you can, and you may as well. But if you're trying to do hard with just a pickup group, with just randoms, it's not worth it, because it takes forever to get a group, and then you need like a tank, and you need a second tank, and you need this and that, and then you need the TS, and blah 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 blah. So if you're just going to do world bosses just by finding a group, just do normal. But if you can find a group to do it with, do hard. Or if you can do heroic, obviously do heroic. But yeah, so we're going to do hard because we can, and we've got the group to do it and everything. And Zach and Eagle are both max TS. Eagle is a beast, obviously, and Zach is max TS. Here he is, back here, sorry. And he has like pretty good runes now. He had some rare runes for a bit, but now he has really good runes. So between these two, me and William are getting carried, right? I do have a max mythic ring, the Frosty Bite, which is good, and I have a 3 out of 4 upgraded mythic of Melvin Cloak, which is also good. So my TS is slowly improving, but it's still taking a while. But mythics, we've talked about this before, mythics are expensive to upgrade. They do cost more, Crubble, or whatever it's called, more of the legendary upgrade material, whatever tier you're in, than legendaries or sets. So a fully upgraded legendary costs 400. So we'll talk about Crubble because we're in tier 10. So a legendary costs 400 Crubble, a set costs 500, and a mythic costs 600. So yeah, to upgrade 2 mythics costs, well, 600 times 2 is 1200. And to upgrade 3 legendaries is 400 times 3 is 1200. So for the price of upgrading 2 mythics, you could upgrade 3 legendaries. Obviously, upgrading 3 legendaries is going to get you a hell of a lot more TS than upgrading just 2 mythics. But you get the bonus of the mythics, right? So legendary, set, mythic, doesn't matter what piece you're equipping, it's all the same TS. So a legendary has the same TS as a set, has the same TS as a mythic. It's just the bonuses. So a legendary is just TS, there's nothing to it. Set pieces, the more you have, the more benefit you have for that set. And mythics kind of have mini set bonuses just on their one piece of gear. So considering I had 2 mythics, it made sense for me to upgrade them first, so I can get the benefit of both of those mythics from the start. And then now that I've got the benefit of those mythics from the start, I can just upgrade, once they're maxed, I should say, I can then just get legendaries. And that way I've got those mythic bonuses from the start. And then while I'm just working on just legendary TS and stuff, I've got those, that little bit of a boost. And then we've talked about as well that I will probably upscale my gun. Even though I hate it, cosmetically and aesthetically, it's really good. And it's particularly good for my build with all the dual strike and stuff. We went over that, but just quickly, when I do a target attack enemy thing, like that 1 SP target enemy, it attacks twice, and I have dual strike, so it can attack 4 times. And it's also got a attack all thing. It attacks 1 person and then 4 more targets, so it effectively attacks the whole group. And if I dual strike, then that can attack 10 times effectively, if you get good RNG. So we've seen that before when I've used that, and the actual attack takes like 10 seconds because it's just everybody's flashing because everyone's getting hit. And it just procs my pet like crazy, so I'm healing and shielding everybody a lot. And yes, okay, just a bit laggy. Oh, okay, regroup. Yeah, so it procs my pet a lot, right? And if I had an offensive pet, no, we can't see the skills. Oh no, we can. Here we go. Oh. Okay, we can't. If I had an offensive pet, it would do a crap ton of damage, but I did a video last week, I think it was, or very recently, where I spoke about that I prefer defense over offense, and in general in this game, defensive pets are the way to go. But, even with a defensive pet, I'm proccing all those heals and shields. So, getting a new main hand is probably not the best idea, because at the moment it's just going to be a legendary, and it's just going to have, the target enemy thing for 1 SP that just targets them once, and it may have an attack all whatever, but this one has the target enemy hit twice, so with that dual strike proc it'll hit 4 times, which is pretty crazy and a lot of damage. So yeah, we'll probably upscale this, but I'm 99% sure we'll upscale this. Unfortunately for me, cosmetics wise, because I really don't like the gun. It's massive. It doesn't go with any with any cosmetics. Like at the moment, I really like this cosmetic that I'm wearing here, which is the obliteration helmet and chest, I believe. And then with these dark wings that I just got, like I'm just purely black and it looks cool, and the offhand rubber chicken like pops and stands out a lot, as does the chicken pet, and it just looks sweet. And then you got this big white gun that just looks like trash. So yeah, I would like a different cosmetic, but what can you do? There was a gun cosmetic bundle that costs money. I'm free to play, so I don't buy it. Even though cosmetics is not pay to win, I just haven't put any money in whatsoever. I don't mind putting money in for cosmetics because it doesn't actually give you an edge, it's just looks. So if I was able to put money into this game, it would be for a cosmetic. But the only time I would probably put money in for a cosmetic if it was chicken related. So if they brought out like a rooster mount or like a chicken outfit or something, then I'd drop money for it. And I would just never change my cosmetic ever again. And then, you know, people that want to do fan art and stuff, because I've been asked by a few people, hey man, can I do fan art? And I'm like, you can, but I change my cosmetic like every few days. But if I got like a chicken suit or something like that, then I would just never change it, and that would be me for the rest of the time. So I'm hoping at the moment there's Easter going on, and all these Easter events and stuff, that there will be a chicken suit. There was a carrot suit, which is stupid. You know, Easter, there's chickens, right? Chickens lay eggs, Easter eggs, all that sort of stuff. But in Easter, it's always the Easter bunny and rabbit related stuff. It should be chicken related stuff because chickens lay eggs, right? That's just common sense. So I was hoping for a chicken suit or something cosmetic in this Easter, but it turned out to be a carrot suit and also some bunny ears that William here is wearing right now. So nothing chicken related. I can still hold out hope, but considering they've given a suit and another cosmetic so far, I would doubt there'll be more. I think the rest of the you know, free gift things will be you know, like gems and mount guts and all that sort of stuff. I haven't actually picked up today's egg yet in town, so we'll see what that is. I was thinking about doing a video about the eggs and the Easter thing or whatever, but it explains it pretty clearly in the news, and I feel like that was just going to be a waste of a video and just making a video for the sake of making a video, and I don't think it was particularly necessary to do so. So you know, that's the thing. There is a few other things we need to talk about in this video as well, considering it's item find, and just in general. There is a new expedition coming in a few days, which is exciting. It's a brand new expedition that's never been out before, which is probably even more exciting. And considering it was expedition a few weeks ago, and then it's been GVG, and now another expedition, it seems like they're throwing a lot more badge related content at us, which is nice. I appreciate that. I like that a lot, because normally you would just play and it would be like a month or two between badge things. I don't know the exact numbers, but it seems like a month or two, probably at least a month, I would say, between badge things. So you would just play, and again, more my perspective is of a free-to-play player. You would just play like normal. You would build up your guild honor thing, and then you would spend it all on badges, and then you would spend those badges on expedition, or GVG, or invasion, whatever it is, and then it's done, and then you would wait another 2 months or whatever it be and do the exact same thing. If they're going to do one every few weeks now, that's a lot better. You won't be able to save up as much badges and stuff, but you're going to have more things to do, which is nice. Because I know a lot of people have alts and stuff, because they're like, well, I did all bit heroes today on my main, now I've got nothing to do, I'll jump over to my alt. By the time I finish my alt, my main will have some things regened and da-da-da-da. And some people like Eagle have like multiple alts and stuff. So if you're a player that has alts and you're looking for more things to do, and if this is like your mobile game of choice, or if you don't have a console or a PC or anything like that, and you just play bit heroes, then that's good, because there's more content. It seems like William may have finished. We'll just wait and see if he says something. Nope, something happened. He got disconnected or something. Let's invite him back. That's friends. That's the wrong thing. Yeah, so it's more content. So it's more things to do, which is nice. And apart from that, it will give you more guild bucks as well. So you see at the end of any expedition, GVG, invasion type thing, they're guild events effectively. When you finish them, depending on where you place in relation to other guilds, you will get guild bucks. And where if you get a certain amount of points as a guild, you also get guild bucks. So the more badge related content, the more guild bucks, the more guild perks you can upgrade, and the more guild perks you upgrade, the better it is for everybody in your guild. So in general, more badge events equals good. The only downside to it is, as I said before, that you won't have as many badges as you would when they're like multiple months in between. Sorry about that, game crashed. No probs. So yeah, that's kind of the news with that. We'll take a look at the actual like graphics and stuff for it when we're out of here. Other news is Eagle is back, as we've just talked about, and he's back in Iconic. His ults are back in Iconic, and hey, nice. Got a leg. Woo! He's back in Iconic, and we have decided to give him back the leader. So for anyone that hasn't been around since the beginning of my Bit Heroes videos and you're new or whatever, long story short, Eagle and another player called Scissors did start Iconic back in the day, quite a while ago. And we've all been in the same guilds for a while, and then we all kind of went our separate ways for a bit, but stayed friends and all the rest of it. Including Siranin as well, or Siranin, I think it's Siranin. He's in here somewhere. Here he is. So I've known Siranin and Eagle and Scissors and Dustwalker for a long time, probably around 2 years, I would say. And yeah, like I said, we've been in the same or similar guilds a long time at the start and everything, and then we kind of went our own ways, but we're still friends and talked and stuff. And then Eagle and Scissors created Iconic. And then I left whatever guild I was in, and they said, hey, come join Iconic, like it's a family guild, like we're not too fussed about minimums and, you know, pushing real hard and stuff. It's just a chill place to relax and play with, you know, with friends and family and like-minded people and stuff, which I'm all about. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'll come in. Not only is that sound good, but it's with you guys, and I came in. And then I brought Siren with me as well. I'm like, hey dude, come to Iconic, leave wherever you are, this place is great. He's like, yep, I'm in. And we're all there. Since then, there's been a few people that have left, a few people that have come in, but as a whole, it's a great place to be. And yeah, we're not too fussed about being the best we can be and pushing real hard, although some people like Zaki and Splooshy and all those guys put in a lot of work each event. But in general, it's just a nice place. So yeah, that was it. And then when Eagle and Scissors left for K, the guild K, they put me in charge. And I've been leader ever since, for about the last year or so, maybe a little bit longer. And then Eagle is, he left with his ults and he went to a different guild with Dustwalker, and now he's back. And so decided to give the leadership back to the OG leader. And, you know, that's basically it. So there's no, you know, there's no drama or anything like that. We just decided that, you know, I've led for a bit, and we'll give Eagle a lead for a bit. Doesn't really mean anything, because if you're a member of Iconic, or if you're on my Discord and stuff, you'll know that even as leader, I'm not in any way, shape or form a dictator or anything like that. And every time there's an upgrade choice or like guild bucks, I'm like, what do you guys want to go for? Would you prefer to go for badges or tickets, or do you want me to go for XP, all this sort of stuff? So I don't just rule with like the Iron Hammer and just do what I want. I always ask everybody, and that's Iconic to a T. So, you know, being a leader, being the actual leader is just, you know, a fancy color, effectively. We all make decisions together. And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. That's pretty much done. So, even though I'm not leader anymore, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so we are getting through World Boss a decent time now. It seems to be going a lot more automated than it was, which is good. Maybe that crash, I think I'm out of energy. I was about to say, I think I might be out of energy soon. I think that's 11, not 21. Hey, leg forms. I don't know what forms means. Out of energy. Thanks, guys. And love heart. Alright. Let us leave. That is world boss done. 1 legendary down. If we go to craft and we go to upgrade, we can see that I have 66 out of 280. So we roughly need 4 legendaries and change to be able to upgrade this one more time. So if we go to exchange and we go filter and we take off accessory and we go to, what was it, a body, I think? We'll just go everything. Okay, whoop, not all of that, just legendaries. There we go. Let's get rid of this bad boy. And we got 45, which is the lowest roll you could get. I think it's 45 to 55, so that sucks ass. That's not great. We're at 111, so another 3 will get us to 250, and then by the time we get all that, we'll probably just get some naturally by doing tier 10 content, as well as probably getting PvP and Gauntlet rewards and stuff. So I'd say 3 more, and we are good to go as far as maxing that out. So if we go to settings, we talked about this just briefly. Double daily bonuses, I forgot to mention that as well. So usually Tuesday is XP at 30% XP and 30% item find. We're now at 60% XP and 60% item find, so that's really good. With my 40% item find from my runes, we're at 100% today, which is nice. There's also the daily bonus egg thing as well, which we need to go find right now. There's a spring sale, which is, you know, whatever. New expedition soon, so all of this is brand new. It looks like there's yet another 2 Yeti fams. So that's Yeti with, I think it's Kraken. I think that's what his name is. Which is the Raid 3 epic. It's like the Raid 3 octopus looking dude. And I'm not sure what this is, but even more Yetis. Like Expedition is all about Yeti. So seems like if you want any Expedition fams, just like go nuts on Yeti basically. So let's go look for this egg. I'm not entirely sure where it is. I think the guild chat said where it was. Let's have a look. Where part as you walk into the town from guild hall. Okay, so that's like right here. A dick standing on it. That really pisses me off when that happens. Anything like this, obviously there are assholes and they stand on top of the thing, so you can't click it. Every single time there's anything like this where you have to click on anything, that happens. And I just don't get it. Maybe they're like 10-year-olds that just think it's hilarious. But it's not hilarious. It's just freaking annoying. And of course there's trolls and all the rest and blah, blah, blah. But come on, man. Don't ruin the game for everybody else. Just move out of the way so people can get the thing. So we'll have to come back here. I'll just stay here. So in case one of these guys logs out or something, we can see it, and we'll just ignore all the requests that I'm going to get because I'm in town. And we will go into Gauntlet. So we can do a few of these. I am now using Bobodom. He's +1 as well, which is nice. He's got his augments and stuff, which is good. And actually, speaking about familiars, I did yesterday, which was again double bonus, so it was 60% experience and 60% capture rate. I did get a duo bombs finally. So Walkham is +4. Finally, he is there. So all we need now is 1 more duo bombs and 1 more Driffin, and he is +5, and we never ever have to do raid 4 or 2 ever again, hypothetically at least. I mean, we probably will if we want to stable like a DPS fam or something, or in the future or whatnot. But if I wanted to get more DPS fams, I'd probably just do another Walkham because he's already +5, rather than, you know, do a Korgs. I would have to get another 5 of them, whereas to get another +5 Walkham, I would only have to do another 1. So, and then if I ever decided to do tank build or whatever, I would have 2 +5 Walkhams as well. So that's maybe a thing, but that's not in any way a priority. Once we get him to +5, that's a healer / DPS, but mainly healer done. Then we work on Bobodom. Then we just do raid 1 for ages until we get 3 Ragnars. And then once all that's done, the raid familiars basically are done. Then we just need like 3 Yetis, 3 Blubbers, and 3 Nosdoodus, and then he's maxed out. So, you know, Bobodom isn't that far away, to be honest. It's just the dungeon epics, dungeon bosses, whatever, they're not that hard. Like, they don't necessarily join you very often, but they come up for persuasion a lot. So, you know, rather than the raid epics coming up for persuasion like one every, I don't know, 5 to 10 runs, hypothetically, we just throw a number out there, and then, you know, it's not necessarily the one you want either. Kind of sucks. So effectively, you could do like 20 raids and not even get a persuasion for the familiar you're after. Whereas with a dungeon boss, a dungeon epic, every single dungeon you do, you have the potential of getting that familiar pop-up persuasion, exactly like raid. But it's the only dungeon, that's the only epic that you're going for. So say we're going for duo bombs, right? You have the potential of getting duo bombs, you have the potential of getting the blue dog, and you have the potential of getting that red robot dude. So there's a 33% chance of something, congrats, of coming up for persuasion, 33% chance that it's the one you're going for. Whereas when you go to a dungeon boss, it's 100% chance the one you're going for. And they come up for persuasion a hell of a lot more. So even if they don't join, and even if it takes you, you know, 10 tries to get it, you're probably still going to get it before you get the dungeon, the raid familiar in, you know, a hypothetical timeline type thing. So dungeon bosses are a lot easier and not really that big of a pain in the ass to get. I assume it's here. Oh, it's right there. Okay, brilliant. We did it. So this is what I was saying. You know, I was saying maybe mount guts, but this is brain stems instead and some gems. So I don't think we're going to get a chicken cosmetic anytime soon, which really hurts my feelings. But it is what it is, and we'll come back into the guild hall so we don't get spammed with invites and stuff. Oh, you got it, Dumglim. I don't know what Dumglim is, but you did it. Grats. Let's just say grats. Grats. What the fuck is Dumglin? I got no idea what Dumglin is. If it's a pet or something, that's awesome. But I have no idea. There's always bringing out new pets and stuff, so I don't know what's going on. Let's get fishing out of the way as well. There we go. So we've done some raid boss. We've done some gauntlet. Let's get PvP out of the way. I don't even look on the leg pet. Oh fuck yeah! Congrats. It is a pet. I thought it might be. The name Douglim sounded like a pet. Yeah, PvP, I don't even really look at who I'm fighting anymore. I just attack the very top person and auto it, and I haven't lost yet since the new content came out. It's just, I don't know. PvP is easy mode now. If you're just doing that, if you're going to look at everybody's stats and stuff and go through every single you know, hero and look at all their runes and stuff, then it might be harder, but I just attacked the top one and haven't lost. Now, I'm 97 out of 100 friends here. You might be thinking like, oh, why aren't you accepting my friends request or something if you've sent it? I don't do waiting lists anymore, as I've mentioned, because it was just getting out of hand and I just was not enjoying having to deal with it a million times. So now I'm giving away friend slots on my Discord channel. So I did a 3 friend slot giveaway today actually. So I'm just waiting for those people to log in and accept those friend requests. So if you would like to, you know, potentially be on my friends list and go into the running and stuff, join the Discord and you can go into the giveaways for friend slots and stuff when I do them. All right, let's do some raids. I've had to change my team around a lot because people keep changing. So Rev Me Up is now tank instead of DPS. Secret Yam is now tank instead of DPS. Eagle is now bait instead of main tank. So yeah, it's a bit like that really. So what can we do? Let's see what we can do. Let's put Rev Me Up back here. Let's get rid of Secret Yam and let's see what DPS option we have. We've got Pros, who is always solid. We have Wounds as well, which is solid. We've got a few options. I'm lucky in that. I've talked about that before, that I'm a bit lucky with we've got Bop as well, who's absolutely killing it these days. We've got a few options and I'm really lucky to have that. And not one of these options has come up from being a YouTuber or being, you know, the main Bit Heroes content creator. I think I'm the main one. I know there's a few, but I don't know. One of the main ones, we'll say then. So none of them have come from that. They've all come from just talking to people and friends and stuff, and then, you know, friends of friends like Eagle got me Pavu, back when he played. I think he's quit now because I deleted him because he was offline for like 3 weeks or something. Stuff like that, but none of them have been from doing YouTube. So if you're wondering, don't think it's just I'm getting all these high-level friends and stuff just because I'm a YouTuber. That is not it. It's more like talking to people and being friendly and all that sort of thing. But long story short, taking all of that away, I am lucky to have them, and I've thought about it a few times about getting rid of one or two. Well, that sounds harsh. Not getting rid of one or two, but saying like, hey, I don't particularly need you right now. You know, can I raffle your spot to one of my subscribers or something? But I've decided not to do that purely because of what just happened. The fact that, congrats. That's awesome. Your first legendary mount. Congrats, man. That's really good. Yet again, I'm recording and Zil forgets something good. He just, I don't know what's with him, but every single time I record, he gets something. So congrats, man. That's great. Anyway, yeah, I was going to raffle off, you know, some of these higher level friends and stuff I have, but I've decided not to because of what the issue we just had, where I will log in and I'll go to do my raid and everybody's changed their builds and stuff. So if I was to get rid of, you know, well, again, that sounds harsh, but if I was to raffle off someone or two people or something, and then they all go tank, and then I don't have the DPS, then I'm boned. Or more like it if they were all tanks and then they went DPS, and then I don't have a tank, then I'm boned. So I'm keeping them all and having like backups type thing, which is working quite nicely because a lot of them are changing around every few days, it seems. So yeah, sorry if you're jealous, but I have to look out for myself first, maybe something like that. Anyway, we're doing it. That's the main thing. There was a bit there where I was struggling to do Raid 7 Heroic. We were doing it fine for a while, and then we started struggling because people were changing their builds and stuff, but it's got back to being decent now, which is good. The boss, like all the trash and stuff, doesn't really give me much trouble, but the boss can still wipe me. Or if it doesn't wipe me, sometimes it can wipe me, but if it doesn't wipe me, it will definitely kill a few people, and I have to use potions and stuff. And I'm not phased about using potions, especially the medium potions, because you can just buy them for for gold. I've mentioned that and talked about that a lot over the past year. My God, English. So yeah, I'm not too phased about that because you can just buy them with gold. So, you know, if you use them, you just buy them back and you're good. We did talk about gold and what you can buy with gold in the last episode, maybe the episode before, and I said once that you have all of your runes and stuff maxed out or whatnot, there's not that much to spend gold on. There is, but I forgot to mention augments, because augments are new. So even if you've got max runes and stuff like I do, which I spent a lot of time doing runes early, I realized how important they were. So if we quickly look here, I've got max dual strike runes, because again, dual strike is my favorite stat. I've been over that a million times as well. I don't really need any more runes, unless I'm going for tank, but I in trying to get those dual strike runes, I got some tank runes as well. So even if I went tank, I would have decent runes. Maybe not perfect, but decent. So I didn't really have much to spend my gold on, so I would just buy potions, and that's why I have like 200 of all the 4 consumables: the speed, the item find, the XP, and the gold find. I've got like 200 each of those consumables because I'm like, gotta spend gold on something. But now I can spend it on augments, which is pretty important. Very important, in fact. The only thing with that is it's like buying those consumables, like the 4 item find boost, etc., and buying the potions, it's just gold. So it's not that big of a deal. But with augments or runes or something like that, you also have to build up the materials as well. So like for runes, you need to get the rune fragments. So to get a legendary meta rune, I think it's like 1,000 rune fragments or something. So that might take you quite a while to get, and then it's gold on top of that. But if you're just throwing away gold, you can definitely do it on, you know, consumables and all that good stuff. We'll quickly take a look at my weapon, because I was talking about that before. So here, deals X amount of damage to target enemy, attacks 2 times. So again, that can proc dual strike to hit 4, and this is damage to a random enemy and 4 additional enemies. So I don't know why that just says does not hit all, because you can't have more than 5 enemies. But anyway, whatever. And then if that procs dual strike, then I hit 10 times, up to 10 times. I'm not sure if someone knows this, then they can let me know. I'm not sure if that means that if I proc dual strike, it procs all 5 attacks and it hits 10 times, or if every attack has a chance of getting dual strike. So for instance, if I hit the main guy and dual strike it, that's 2 hits, and then the other 4 are just single hits, that's only 6 hits, or whether if you hit it and the dual strike procs, it does it for all those hits. I have a feeling that it's the first one where you might only, you know, get the proc on 1 or 2 of the attacks, rather than procking on all of them. So if someone knows that information, letting me know would be appreciated. But either way, regardless of which one it is, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. And because I've got 36.5, check after this battle, % dual strike, you know, more than a third of the time that I hit someone, it attacks twice. So with this gun and the build that I have, it works really, really well. So that's why I'm going to upscale it, even though I really, really don't want to. Let's have a look at how much dual strike I actually have. I have 36.25. Okay, so close to 36.5. I thought I had 36.5, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's basically what I'll be doing with the weapon and the build. So we talked about doing the two mythics, which were almost done, and then getting all legendaries, and then the last thing I will do is upscale the weapon because it costs the most. So the skills are the same as what it is if you upscaled it. The only benefit to upscaling it is getting more TS. So rather than upscaling it now, for instance, like get the mythic done and then upscale that, it's going to cost me 250 crubble and some other things just to upscale it. Then it's going to cost me another 500 crubble to max it out. So that's 750 crubble and a few other materials to max it out. And all that's going to do is give me some more TS, whereas I can just max a legendary to give me the same amount of TS for 400, which is obviously nearly half price. And yeah, the skills don't change or anything. All it's going to do is give me more TS. So it makes way more sense, feasibly, way more sense to upgrade all the legendaries and stuff first, and then do that last, as the only benefit is the TS, as I just talked about. So that will be the last upgrade. The only thing that might stop that or might change that or whatnot is if we get to 680 Trials Gauntlet and we start getting some set pieces from there, the DPS set pieces, or whatever the new expedition set pieces are. So if we do the new expedition, we're not going to have that many runs of it because we don't have any badges at the moment. So I'm going to have to buy whatever badges I can with Guild Honor, which is not going to be that many because Expedition was and GVG was like just happened. We can see, and we just stopped before we got that, so that's really good. Wait, here, Guild, Shop. So I got 143, so, you know, considering these cost 15, I've got basically 10 of these, which is not many. So I'm not going to be able to do a hell of a lot of the expedition. So there we go, Fastest Duck. That was one of the people that won the friend slot giveaway. So 1 down, 2 to go to accept. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to do the expedition very much, like I'm not going to be able to do many badges worth. So, you know, at the moment there's 10. And then the natural regen and stuff. The chances of getting, you know, all the set dropping and stuff is very low, right? I have to be super lucky with RNG. But we can see what drops, what the sets are, what the mythics are, and all that good stuff. So because it's a brand new expedition, as far as I know, nobody knows the content of it and what's in what portal and all that good stuff. So it will have to come out, and then, you know, after a few hours of it being out, people, you know, figure it out or data mine it or whatever they want to do and find out what is actually in each portal and what to go for and all that sort of stuff. And then someone will make a graphic and it'll go around the Bit Heroes community, and it'll be like, okay, well, in this portal there's you know, this mount, this cosmetic mount, and this mythic, and, you know, these schematics, and in this portal blah 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 blah. So that's when you kind of look at it and you go, okay, I want this more than this, and there's one crumbled down. And that's when you decide to go for whatever portal it was. So I was going for not Yemik, what was it? Zarlak portal or whatever it's called in the last expedition to get the Yemik schematic. Didn't get it, which is unfortunate. But I knew that that was the schematic, that was the portal I wanted to go for because the Yemik schematic was the thing I really wanted. Ended up getting the Goblin mount, which is cool, I guess, but yeah, whatever. So yeah. We'll see what the new expedition has in store and what portals have what and all that good stuff. And Bit Heroes is starting to lag a bit, which is not ideal. We're down to 20 FPS. Actually, you guys can't see that because my face cam's over it. I do have an FPS counter on my Steam overlay. It's in the top right hand corner, like up here behind my right in the top right corner. But my webcam is in my face cam is in the way, so you can't really see it. But the FPS is struggling a little bit at the moment for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. We got so many of these, so I'm going to use one. I don't know why Steam Bit Heroes lag so much. It's stupid. On my phone and stuff, it works perfectly. There's no lag. There's no nothing. The chat lags sometimes because the chat in this game is just awful. It's so bad. I don't know why they haven't overhauled it yet. It's horrible. I did make a video quite a while ago now, actually, a few tiers ago, I would say, about 5 changes to Bit Heroes I would like to see implemented, and one of them was a completely reworked chat program, effectively, where in here you have your world chat and your guild chat or something, you know, whatever, and then you could have like friends chat or something. So when people talk to you, like if you were talking to 3 people, say I was talking to Serenin, Petra Girl, and Eagle was, they would have 3 different chat boxes on the screen, and you would have to move them around so you can talk to everybody and see what you're doing and stuff. It could just be a new tab here, and then it could have, you know, the names of the people on the left hand side. You click on them and then the chat comes up here, and so you could have all your chats in the one space and you could just flick between them. So much better, basically like every other game ever. But this game decides to do it in a really dick move, in a dickish way, and it kind of sucks. Did we get a legendary there? We did not, because I didn't actually look what we got from the boss. Yeah, so the chat is awful. The other implementation things I mentioned that I would like to see. I won't mention them all, and if you're keen, you can search up that video. I'll put in the link in the description if I remember, but I probably won't. But it's on the channel, so you just go to the Bit Heroes playlist and you'll find it. But one of them was the ability to hide your accessory and pet and offhand. So you can hide your mount, you can hide your helmet, but you can't hide your accessory or pet or offhand. So the ability to do that would be cool. So, you know, if you want a specific cosmetic thing, but you don't want the accessory, for instance, you could just toggle off the accessory. Or if you wanted, you know, same thing, if you wanted to do a cosmetic but you didn't want your pet flying around, then you could turn your pet off, or your offhand, or whatever it be. So, you know, nothing game breaking, and all of the suggestions I put in weren't game breaking. They were just little quality of life things. But, you know, they'd be handy, I guess. I can't remember what the other ones were off the top of my head. But yeah, like I said, if you're interested, look up that video, and you can have a look and see what you think. And if you want to, you can let me know what kind of improvements or quality of life changes you would like as well. They have made a few since then. They have implemented a few things and changed a few things, but pretty much none of the ones that I was interested in. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so I think we'll finish off this raid and we'll call it a day. We are at, well, it'll be like at least 45-46 minutes by the time we finish, which is a lengthy video, a bit longer than normal. That was due to all of the world boss with guild and stuff, because usually we do trial/gauntlet, and then we do raids, and then we do like 1 or 2, maybe 3 world bosses at the end. But this time we did like 260, I think, badges of, whatever it is, of tickets of, no, it's energy. My god, I'll get there. Of world boss, and we did it with the guild, and there was a bit of lag and stuff, so it took a little while. So as a result, we've got a little bit of a longer video. But I know you guys, a lot of you guys at least, like the longer videos, so here you are. Where is the boss? Hopefully he's down here. So we can call this a success. We got a legendary, which is great. And we just need 3 more and some change. And then we can max out that Melbourne Cloak. Now, as far as future videos go, I've mentioned this in the last few videos, that with all the craziness and shenanigans of this last month, I've had so much stuff on, you know, weddings and bucks nights, buck/stag nights, one of which I was a best man for and had to organize it all. Well, not the wedding, but the buck stag thing. Friend's 30th, friend's baby shower, first car accident, moving house, doing renovations on the new house, cleaning the old house, all this stuff in the last 3 weeks or so. It's been mental. And that's why I've been doing Item Find Tuesday, because I don't work on Tuesdays and I just have, you know, a little bit of time in between doing other things to get a recording done. So we officially move, all the renovations and stuff are done, and we officially move in, well, they'll be done by the end of this week. We officially move in on Saturday, the 20th. So we'll be in the new house on and everything, you know, by Sunday. I don't know / think I'll be able to do a Sunday item find video on Sunday, because I'll be absolutely stuffed. I'll be so exhausted from the move and everything. I'm already exhausted. And I also have, for anyone that isn't aware, I also have chronic fatigue syndrome. So I'm tired at the best of times, but this month has absolutely taken out of me. And at the moment, I'm just, you know, I don't know how I'm going. I'm running on fumes at the moment. So I don't even know whether I'll have my computer and all that up and running by Sunday. So I'll probably take this Sunday off and do one more item find Tuesday. And then following that, we'll start doing Sundays again. Provided that the internet and everything is up and running as well. Because that's always a thing if you're an adult and you move house. And you know that, you know, changing utilities and getting internet and all that is a bit of a ball bag to organize, and people screw you over and all that good stuff. So we'll see. There's definitely power and water and gas, but the internet I'm not 100% sure on yet. But anyway, I'll keep you informed. And the best place, again, to be informed of everything, if you're interested, is the Discord. And there's always a lot of chats going on from people, and people giving out advice and friend slots and stuff. And there's not just Bit Heroes. There's a lot of other games that are talked about in there. Monster Hunter World, Idle Heroes. There's a cars room for people that are interested in cars. There's a lot of stuff in there. So, you know, pop in, have a chat. And if you're particularly about Bit Heroes, then it's a good place to get some free friend slots and all that stuff as well. We'll open this. We'll only get an epic out of it. But you can actually get legendaries out of those skeleton chests. So, you know, if you've got some spare keys to use, it's probably worth it to just give it a go. I've got 22 left. So, you know, maybe I'll get down to 10 and then I'll save 10 for the next tier or something. But because by the time I get to the next tier, I'll probably get like another 10 and then I'll have 20 for the next tier. Looking good too. I like it. So that is, I like this too. That is it for now. That is it for Tuesday item find. As I said, if I can do Sunday, I will, but otherwise it'll be next Tuesday. And then following that, it should be back to Sunday. So even next week, we might even have a Tuesday item find and a Sunday item find. Providing the internet's all up and done, I can't see why I wouldn't do that. But just bear with me, and I'll try my best to keep the schedule as close to as it is as possible. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.